So I'm really excited to be here. Is everybody excited today? For those of you that don't know me, I'm from Galway, and my journey actually started with Forever just 2.5 years ago this month. Forever has completely not changed our lives, but transformed our lives. So my background was in administration for over 12 years, and in 2006, I dipped into the world of self-employment. So Stephen has been self-employed for most of his career, and myself and Stephen, opened up our family pub. And after 12 months, we were only too delighted to hand back the keys. So running a traditional business was exceptionally tough, and the business owned us, but we also got the timing wrong. So people were getting more into their health and fitness, and more into family life, and more into spending time with their families. So I went back to the safe environment of employment, and then we started our family. So in 2007, we started our family. We now have 3 beautiful kitties, and it was basically after I had Ellie, my third baby, that I really wanted to be mum at home, that I really wanted to see my family grow up, but I didn't know how it was going to happen. Stephen had his own business, and with the recession, the building, was really, really tough. So we really needed that second income into our home. So, 2 incomes really were needed. So, but things were about to change. I received a friend request from Niamh Kiernan. She was a complete stranger to me. I didn't know Niamh, and I rarely accepted friend requests on Facebook, but somehow that day I did. And it was a friendship request that was going to change things in our home. So we built a relationship mostly online, and then I got to meet with Niamh and James in January 2014, and I decided that I was going to give Forever a shot. So it was really exciting. Being able to, Niamh didn't really offer me the business opportunity as such, because I would have ran away from that. I really just wanted to be able to earn an income around my 3 kids. So we had our start on the 29th of January. We had our launch in our home on the 15th of February. And literally 8 weeks after that, I made manager, which was just incredible. So we achieved our first goal. I had an income coming into our home of between 1,000 and 2,000 euro. Now, that was all really I wanted. So we had an amazing summer at home, myself and Stephen and the kiddies. And then 12 months later, my confidence was beginning to grow, because I really didn't have much confidence when I joined the business. So my confidence began to grow. And exactly 12 months later, in that April, I achieved car plan. I achieved Eagle Manager, so our Eagle Manager trip to Cancun. But I also received our first 5K check. That was just incredible. So 5K really was a game changer, and it was the first of the 5K checks. So it really changed things in our home. Just 6 months after that, I achieved Senior Manager, Eagle Manager for Greece in the November, and we also qualified for Chairman's Bonus. So last November, something completely extraordinary happened to our family. Forever became our sole income. And I'm now going to invite my husband, Stephen, up on stage.
Thanks very much. I found out about this on Wednesday, so it's great. Now, what you don't know is I'm probably the reason why Sharon found Forever Living, as you can kind of tell. I'm a plasterer by trade, as my dad was. So, I served my time, learned my trade, so to speak, and then progressed into the world of self-employment. I had a crew of 2 other plasterers and a labourer, and we worked mainly on private houses. Back in the noughties, all our houses in our area, they were all 3,000 square foot big houses, and it was crazy season, but that's just how it was, The phone was always ringing. We just moved from house to house, and we only worked within a 15 mile radius of our own house. So like it was very busy. And we loved our work. We were proud of the work that we left behind us, and like this made our job an awful lot easier. Fast forward on then to 2008, and the big bang, we all know about what happened. Like our work dried up instantly, and whatever work was there was small. It was small in comparison with what we were used to, and it paid a hell of a lot less. So our crew had to go. We had to disband, and I had to find a new course of work. So I joined a local networking group where a group of us professionals, we met for breakfast one morning a week and referred work to each other. And it was here that I started to get small construction work, and eventually it led on to bigger renovations and extensions and so on. And this was something totally different to what I was used to, but I enjoyed it, and it started me down the road of general construction. Like I loved the challenges it brought. I loved interacting with the client and all the subcontractors involved in the projects. Not so much the architects, they were tough work. But where I was once a bit part of a project, being the plasterer, I now had to manage everything from turning the sod on the ground to handing the client the keys. And with this, time was something that was also being eaten up in my life as well. Pricing projects would go on till at least after 10 most nights at home. But there was a problem with all of this. There was plenty of work. I had a great website. I had a great repeat client list. I was recommended on time after time. But the margins were just dreadful. And as I said before, I had no time. Material costs kept going up. VAT and taxes had to be paid. Wages had to come down all right, but the power was now with the client. Prices were just too low. So in effect, there was loads of work, but I wasn't making money. The cliche, a busy fool, like springs to mind, but it was so true at the time. There were many occasions I'd have 10, 20,000 euros on a Friday afternoon, and getting home with maybe 200 or 300 euros to Sharon. Like the mortgages had to be paid along with all the regular bills. And it was just very depressing to say the least. So something had to change, and I'm so glad that Sharon found Forever. I remember the evening Sharon told me that she met someone on Facebook about a work from home opportunity, and that person said to her that she could help her achieve her wish of earning 1,000 to 2,000 euros per month while she could stay at home with our 3 lovely kids. Like this was very important to Sharon. Of course, I was skeptical. So after a few talks about it, Sharon decided to meet Niamh Kiernan, and the rest is history. I'm so glad that I didn't dig the heels in. Not that I get anywhere anyways, but from then on I supported Sharon, sheepishly though at the start. So Sharon started this business juggling her job, dropping and collecting kids from school, meeting new people, and driving to Blanchardstown every week to training with her cousin and bestie, Audrey O'Connor. Looking back, they were awesome. Nice. Okay, I saw the first check coming through the door, 25 euros. I bit the lip. The next was in the 400s, getting a bit better, and they kept getting bigger and bigger. But I suppose while Sharon's checks were growing, like Sharon was growing herself, I saw her make her goals every day, and then every week, and then every month. Each one she made, this is some business, I thought to myself. Wasn't I lucky I kept my mouth shut? Literally. So fast forward to November last year, a major moment in my life. I sacked the boss, being me. I'd left the building game, and boy was I happy. The choice I made, well, it had to happen, gave me so much. It gave me peace of mind. There were quite a few sleepless nights. Even though I have debts now because of my business, it meant that there was now light at the end of the tunnel, that I can just service the debt at a manageable level. And most importantly, it gave me back control of my time, to be there with my beautiful wife and 3 gorgeous kids every morning and every evening. We work together and play together, and this means so much to me. So I sacked the boss in November, and would you believe it, 3 weeks later I made Eagle manager. Hard work, yeah?
And senior manager.
And senior manager,
yeah.
Okay, so if I could give any advice at all, this is just coming from a male perspective, it would be to give the partners of FBOs, give them a chance. like to give the FBOs a chance. Give your partner, husband or wife a chance. I did. And this is where it has got us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Stephen, for joining me on stage, and thank you for sharing the journey. It has been an incredible journey. But I suppose the most thing from myself and Stephen now this summer, Ellie just turned 3 during the week on the 7th of July, and now we get to spend the summer, with our 3 children all together, which is just incredible. But for the majority of that 3 years, except when I was working, when I started my business, Ellie has been at home with us, so that is just super. So today, it's not about me and Stephen, it's about you guys down there, okay? It's about the new people, about your guests, and people that have reached their goals and that they're crossing the stage today. So people have made sacrifices to reach their goals by going to trainings. So today, when people are crossing the stage, imagine it's you up there and give them lots and lots of encouragement. So today is the highlight of my month. I love my success days. I love mixing with like-minded, positive people, picking up tips for my business. And when you want to be successful, you need to be around successful people and come to your success days. And, when you start your business, you see a lot of people, like I was just saying to Bernie Allen before I stepped up on stage, I used to watch her on YouTube. But when you start to actually hang around with successful people and look to them for advice, they're no longer the people in the video. You actually get to know them too. So I'm going to recommend, the bookshop is closing today at 2:30. So I am recommending, these are 2 books that I love. It's Wes Linden's books, 79 Network Marketing Tips and The Prospecting Game. They're just fantastic books, so if you're down around the book section, pick them up from Mary.